Yes, people. How are you all doing? You are back here with us on another episode of Lion in the Room. I am your special host, Leo Edoche, and I got my boy, K, the Great.
I like that. That's a good intro.
Y'all don't know the names I used to give this guy. Literally, bro, like, I'll just see you. Like, after we stopped chilling after we chilled in first year, second year, K, the Great. It's like, yep, that's me. That's my name.
Yeah, that's some good news, man.
That's my co-host here, bro. People, if you are enjoying our podcast, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you ever have any questions or any ideas you're passing through, we are always open to hear them. We just won't like our egos to be hurt too much. But hey, right now we're recording sometime around 9 o'clock in the evening, so sun's down, lovely weather today. I'm not going to be talking about the weathers all the time. We have a nice topic today. We'll be talking about talent, hard work, and why these things should coexist. We'll get to our reasons and all of that, but okay, chat to me, bro. Break the ice. Chelsea lost to Newcastle. You know, we had an opportunity to go top four. I think it's either Newcastle or Nottingham Forest.
It was Newcastle. We lost.
We lost to them 2-0.
Yeah.
Tonali scored in the first goal in the first 2 minutes.
Yep.
And then 90th minute, like extra time, they scored us again, bro.
Yep.
I keep saying this. We need veteran players.
That is a fact. I'm going to start now. I've had an agenda. There's an agenda I have.
You need to join my dad's agenda, bro. It's called the Chelsea Gutter Water. Yeah. I'm gonna say it now.
But actually, I want to know, what does your dad think of Nicholas Jackson?
Man, I'd have to ask him and let you guys know in the next episode. But yeah, no, after 2017, that's like after I graduated from high school, my dad hasn't had that much to say about Chelsea after Hazard left.
Yeah, because it was quite sad. But I'm just going to keep it short now. My issue with Chelsea is we have talent, but we need older players to guide the younger players.
Mm-hmm. No one to hold. Jackson
is actually a good player,
yes.
Contrary to popular belief. He's a good player, but he's young. He doesn't have that veteran to kind of like guide his mindset, because you can see it in the way he plays. He's young, energy. He makes mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
He makes a lot of mistakes. Every player does that. Remember when Tammy Abraham made that mistake and then he now turned up that season.
Yeah, man. See, Tammy Abraham, I will continue to say this. We should buy him back. Buy him back. Buy back Tammy Abraham.
How old is he now?
Tammy Abraham is like 26, 27.
I think that's
prime time, bro. Prime time.
Age.
Get Tammy Abraham back. Yeah? Get Fikayo Tomori back. We have the money. Get these guys back. Don't let these guys fall off, because these guys have shown that they can play world-class football. Even if you don't get them back, bro, you can't just be buying young player after young player.
Yeah, I don't think we need any more young players. We already have enough. Our academy, our youth players, stacked to the brim with talent. We need some older, more experienced, established players to come in. I'd say we need an older veteran centre back. It's always them ones. You know how FIFA be describing them. Exactly. You know what they call them in their traits? Oh, I've forgotten the name. I've stopped.
Leader of men.
Exactly.
They be like, yeah, this is a leader of men.
Look at the time. Look at prime Chelsea. Look, I don't like John Terry for reasons I will not disclose.
What?
I don't like.
Yeah, he's crazy.
No, wait. I'll explain. Actually,
yeah,
John Terry was actually. He's a fantastic player, a legend of Chelsea Football Club.
Yeah.
Like on the pitch, bring me John Terry regen, younger, slightly younger, but the thing is, John Terry is just apparently a crap person.
What do they call him? Captain, leader, legend? What do they call him? They have something that they use for him, like the 3 L's or something. I don't know.
I can't remember.
But it was a sick one, bro. What? Because he slept with his teammate's wife or something. I don't know why celebrities do this, bro. Celebrities, every time they show you that they're still human beings with
exactly. That's it.
Stop stressing
But on
yourself.
the player, no, John Terry on the player, legend. Like they should just, if we had like a Chelsea Hall of Fame, just go and put his picture there.
I'm telling you,
him. Super Frankie Lampard
and Didier Drogba.
Oh, just put them, just put the pictures there. Those were my heroes Chelsea. On the pitch.
I was actually watching a video yesterday Yeah, it was yesterday, and they were like, "Oh, how good with Prime Chelsea?" And I'm like, "Bro, it's
You don't even know.
hella good, bro. You don't know what's going on."
You don't
I
even.
will always remember 2012. That was the night I became a Chelsea fan. 2012 Champions League final.
That we won the Champions.
Yes, that was the night I became a Chelsea
Oh,
fan.
I
Because
remember that day. Like,
all those times, it was just my dad. My dad didn't even used to sit down and watch football as much. Maybe in the living room, Super Sports, but we never sat down to watch like that. 2010 FIFA World Cup finals, I was watching that one.
I watched that one too. That was a
good one, bro. Iniesta, crazy.
You know that even that Nigeria was good.
Nigeria was good, man, but there were just too many talented teams.
Exactly.
We had JJ Okocha, all the guys there, man. It was decent. It was decent. But now, Nigeria Stars a very decent team. You have strikers. Look at Victor Osimhen, bro. Scored 29 goals. I think it's either in the Super League or in all competitions.
You know what? I would love if Chelsea could just Chelsea could get
snatch
Victor
that guy,
Osimhen.
man.
Do you know his jersey is going to blow in Nigeria? Like,
Of course not.
His jersey is going to blow.
Who go hear United? Who go hear United again?
Like you see guys Osimhen jersey like.
I don't know.
why
Wear out for the back again, bro. You just have the name there. But hey, 2012 Chelsea fan, bro. Do you know that Drogba header was so precise? Even in slow motion, you see how he headed this ball. I don't want to embarrass myself and do it now, yeah.
But I know what you're talking about.
The way he actually prepared himself for that goal, bro, it was like
that's why they call him Mr. Clutch. That's why they call him Mr. Clutch. If there was a time that they needed a guy, he just showed up.
He turned up, man.
He turned up.
Avatar state. Anyways, though, people, as long as you're enjoying our content, please like, share, and subscribe. Let people know, let your mom know. This is Lion in the Room, and we'll be getting to our topic now. Okay, now, obviously, we've gotten into the whole little discussion about where talent needs to be placed. But a lot of times, you have people comparing talent with hard work.
Yeah.
Starting off, I want to ask you, Broski.
Yeah.
How do you define talent and hard work in the context of personal and professional growth?
I would say talent is just basically a God-given gift, God-given ability and aptitude towards something specific. Hard work is the drive to succeed in something specific, whatever the choice may be.
Exactly. I like that. That natural aptitude or the drive, the zeal to achieve, to learn a skill.
Yeah.
It's just in a layman's term, man, that's just a doggedness in you. That's that dog in you.
You got that dog in you.
You're that dog in you.
You got that dog in. Exactly. Perfect. That's it.
Nice one, man. And then like when it comes to personal and professional growth,
Yeah.
how do you look at talent?
Actually, that's a good one, really, because I would say talent. That's a good question, actually. So, in personal growth, I would actually let me use the professional growth because that's the easier one to explain. Say, for example, now, someone joins a sales company and they just showcase a natural knack, talent, aptitude for convincing people to why they should buy this product, whatever it may be. With that being said, people are going to see it, recognize it, and they will then put it at the proper value. Like, okay, he's talented in this.
True. And you have an opportunity to get better at that as well.
To get better.
Because in a professional environment, I guess like you are now around other people who are probably
way better
than you are.
Yeah.
I was going to use the word versed, like
well-versed. Exactly.
Yeah. Being able to learn from those that know more than you, but the fact that you are talented means that you are able to pick up what others in your area or at your level probably cannot.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Carry on.
And then in regards to personal growth, I'm going to go with, now I might be wrong on this. I might be wrong.
No, try.
I'm not entirely sure. But in regards to this, I would probably refer to, I think maybe it could be one's ability to just, recuperate and adapt to situations, whatever the case may be, not necessarily any specific thing, but just to be like, say, for example, a jack of all trades. That's just where my head is going at.
That's not too bad, bro. That's not too bad. When it comes to hard work in terms of personal context, defining in personal context, being able to stand on your own.
Yeah.
No, a person works hard in understanding something or achieving a goal more times than not, because so that they can either show something, produce something, or out of competitiveness, win.
Yeah.
There's always an end goal.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to talent, you have people that are ready to build up these natural aptitudes, these God-given abilities. And a lot of times it's not really for work. It's not really for any outward gain, but
Just for themselves, really.
for themselves, like a party trick. The guys that sing at karaoke, things like that. But a singer who then becomes a big time artist,
Yeah.
starts to train vocals and stuff like that. If I had to ask you,
Yeah.
a talented person, not Messi,
Okay.
who would you name?
I actually have quite a few, really.
Hey, go ahead.
I will say Tiger Woods. I'd say Tiger Woods.
Yeah,
I
go.
would say Michael Phelps for swimming. I would say Michael Jackson
Mm-hmm.
singing. I would say LeBron for basketball.
Man.
I will not be saying Stephen Curry. The only reason I'm doing this is to troll our boy, Chi.
Okay. No, because Steph is talented, bro.
I will not be glazing him.
He's worked hard. Little glaze over there. But anyways, I like how you've mentioned all those characters.
Yeah.
Because it seems that although they had the initial knack, the initial talent for the careers they've found themselves in now,
Yeah,
I do believe they still had to work hard.
100%.
Because as you get to that high level, you start to meet more people who are also talented or are able to work just as hard. So this is where you now have to look to work harder and improve on that talent. You know what I mean? And in a way, they come hand to hand. So my question for you here says, can talent exist without hard work? Or is hard work the key to unlocking talent?
That is a very good question, actually.
I know.
So in certain cases, actually, truly speaking, talent can most definitely exist without hard work. In the sense that, for example, I have to use Messi now.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have to.
The cheat code's allowed.
Exactly, it's a cheat code. Like, he just picked up a ball and it was like, obviously there was hard work there, but the talent that Messi had,
Yeah, bro.
no one can deny. He did things that,
What would you call Messi's talent, bro? Cognitive movement or just football?
I don't even know.
Football
I think
brain.
he just football DNA in him, bro.
Because to swerve past,
to
like,
swerve, to make shots, to just the way you dribble some players. Like, how can you have? We all know the clip of him in the Champions League dribbling 5 defenders. He's a small guy.
man,
5
you know how many
large-
times he did that to
They've
people?
circled him.
I don't even know if you're talking about Celtic or Sporting or Liverpool.
Exactly.
Or,
Like, just him dribbling.
it's constant.
It's constant. Like, his talent was just.
Man, let me stop oohing and eyeing. Please say what you're going to say.
Yeah, like, that's just like, it can exist without hard work in that case of Messi. But where you then need hard work to unlock your talent, I would then say is the drive to find what you are good at, to find the aptitude for. Because truthfully, people may not always come across what they're good at. You have to try different things. And to continue, you have to have the zeal to continue to try and try and try. Or it may even just be a case of some people are just late bloomers.
True.
Somebody has to keep working hard. Okay, this is a fictional. Now this is a bit fictional.
give the
Look at
instance.
Naruto, and in fact Obito Uchiha. Both of these guys, they're very similar because both of them were not great.
Yeah.
You know the thing, this is a small side tangent now, but it's relating to what we're going on. Naruto and Obito were the hard workers. Sasuke and Kakashi were the talented ones. Kakashi was a copy ninja. He saw it, he did it once, and he just does it. Obito was not like that. He had to work and work and work and work. Now here I give Obito and Naruto credit because they did have talent. That's where the hard work was needed to, get the grasp on the basics, and then they would unlock the talent. Because in Obito's case, remember, after everyone thought he had died, at the age of 14, he was able to go toe-to-toe with the 4th Hokage at 14 years old. That is part 1 Naruto's age. Imagine part 1 Naruto fighting 1v1 against the Hokage. You see, he was a late bloomer. So it's the same thing. You would need hard work to have the zeal to, 1, either find what it is you're good at, or 2, progress in what you want to be good, you actually have the aptitude up to a certain level, in which then talent carries you the rest of the way.
Okay. I know you're very happy with the way you just used the whole Naruto
I am
analogy.
very happy
I
with that.
really wish anime fans, you've heard it. Okay, put your hands together, beg them. Y'all need to. I said beg them, no clap. I'll beg, plead. Yeah.
Please, guys, come on.
You've heard it from the guy.
Please.
Anime lovers, please come through. But yes, I agree with you to an extent.
Yeah.
Talent can exist without hard work.
Yeah.
But you won't go that far.
Yeah.
When you add hard work with that God-given ability, with that natural aptitude, you have a person that understands numbers. You know, they're good with numbers. Yeah, it doesn't take too long for them to do these calculations.
Yeah.
But they decide that I'm just gonna stop after I do my tests. Whenever I do my tests, I'm gonna do the little calculations, everything I need to do, prepare myself, and it's done.
Yeah.
If he works harder, he could be some scholar that's making calculations and making new formulas. Well, if he doesn't put in too much hard work, he's talented enough to most likely, you know, get a good degree, go to a good college. And if that's what he wants for himself, that's fine. But it depends on how hard he works. Messi had talent, but Messi still had to work hard. Because I feel like as much as people told Steph Curry, or people made their comments on Steph, they said that he was too small. Broski was going to get injured so much. Yeah. He was a liability. He sounded like a liability. You had Messi. Messi was short too. Messi was very small. Body kind of, I wouldn't call it underdeveloped, but he was much shorter.
Was a bit he had to take growth hormones.
Okay,
to get
you see?
Adult height, apparently. So,
but still, if he didn't work hard, that probably would have been his defining end. Well, he was lovely for FC Young Boys.
he was a good.
He moved. He really held the ball on, but that underdeveloped body
just couldn't do it.
He couldn't push far.
You know, it's funny. It's good you mentioned that, because a player just came into my mind. One who had the talent but just refused to put in the hard work. I don't know if you know him. Now Ranger. Have you ever?
No.
So he was a very talented football player, right? In the UK. I think he played for I can't remember, was it Nottingham Forest? I can't remember the team. But he played for teams at like the championship level. He had the talent. Like everyone could see it. But the problem with him is he got distracted. He was undisciplined. He was against authority. He used to get into fights. When he started getting paid, like, you know, when he got to championship level and they were paying him crazy money a week, instead of putting it back into, you know, work hard at this, he was just like, oh yeah, my talent will just carry me through. Yeah. And as a result, he never achieved his true potential. He got dropped from his team.
You know, another player, well, we need to start talking football, but another player really quickly, even Eden Hazard, talented, but we all heard the stories. John Terry said, you know, training, he ain't there. He actually didn't used to take training seriously. You know, who are we playing? West Ham, this team. Hazard said with his old mouth, like, this is chicken chops, bro. Like, I'll go in there, move around, score. And that's what he did. He did. And the thing is that, like, you don't want to call him out on the little cockiness, because, you know, he's done it. He could back it, bro.
To a degree,
but you realize that truthfully, hard work helps you to unveil, to understand, to find the extent of your potential, the extent of your limit. You know, even if you are the most talented person in the world, we've seen the Ronaldos of this day and age, bro. They've come in hard workers, bro, and they push past those with talent, because those with talent overestimate themselves. Yeah. They believe that they can really go the distance without putting in the work in. Exactly. How do you drive a car so far when you don't even know where to park? You don't know where to drive to get fuel.
That probably plays into the fact that, you know, when Hazard left us and he came to Real Madrid, he showed up overweight.
Yeah, he showed up overweight.
And look at the career he had at Madrid.
Hey, man, definitely 2 more years at Chelsea would have been better than what he got there. But he got a Champions League.
He did?
Didn't they win champs when he was there? They did, didn't they?
I think so.
Madrid did not win a Champions League in the 3 years that Hazard was there.
I'm trying to remember.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah, they probably
Who
did.
else?
But the thing is, he probably didn't even like play like that.
But he got,
He got a
he probably
trophy.
got a medal or something.
Yeah, he
But
got a medal. You know?
man, you really just be feeling bad for things like that. But hey, back to a little podcast so we don't get too soaked into our football feelings.
Maybe we should just make a second football channel or something.
Yeah, like a little podcast, like what do we call it?
Ooh, I don't even know, man. The blue? No, that's. Yeah,
Blues,
never
Blues.
mind. Never mind. We can't think of names now.
No, it's some blues, man. That's what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah.
But next question: how do different cultures and societies view talent versus hard work? Now, I like this question because I'll put it this way. I'd like to speak first. Now,
Okay, great, because I wasn't too sure. I was still thinking.
No. So I'll use both culture. I'll use these two cultures. I'll use the Asian culture, and I'll use African culture. African culture first. My parents have always nurtured gifts and talents. As to how I am now, I do believe that these are things that you nurture and you grow, because you can always make something out of a talent or a skill, you know, if you do not choose the traditional way of making money, the stereotypical way of making money. You know, it's not bad, but unfortunately, there are some parents that do not believe talents and some skills are necessary, so they are no longer honed. They are not even focused on. You know, you focus on your education, or you focus on, you know, how well you understand and things like that, and you are gradually dimming down those talents. You know, I was gonna mention Asia, but I don't. I can only mention stereotypes because they always make it seem as though the Asian kids are always forced to study. They're always forced to represent their parents in terms of intelligence and finance and honor and what they can provide to their household without thinking about what they want or what talents they want, what skills and talents they want to pursue. So that's why I really want to say I feel like a lot of people, a lot of different cultures view these talents as nothing, as meaningless things.
If it's not within the stereotypical, it's discouraged.
It's seen as a waste of time. Fortunately for all of us watching this episode, it's not a waste of time because shoot, man, you know, even parents are starting to see that you can
they're starting
make
to
some chicken change from singing small R&B, Afro beats, but to be able for that to continue, people need to take opportunities to hone these talents. You need to be able to hone these talents and just find the opportunity. You know, there's this thing that they say, what's the worst thing you're gonna hear? No. And that's it. You know, they just keep on pushing. Imagine you have your parents finding out that you're talented when you sing, and they're actually pushing for you to work on your vocals, not forcefully, because I mean, you may grow up and not want to do it, but at least you enjoy it. Like you enjoy it. You never know when some agent is listening to you from the window, bro.
Like, okay, come.
Found you.
Contract time.
Make some money. But well, do you like have anything to say? Because not every culture. Sorry to cut you in again. Not every culture makes nonsense out of some skills and talents. Some places, some households praise these things. They see these things as important to one's life. Because even if you don't turn it into some life-changing career, it's still something that makes you who you are. I think that a lot of households, wherever you are, because it's not really a big thing, talents are important. Hard work is very important, but they should coexist.
They need to coexist because while talent can only get you to a certain point, and at that point, that's where hard work comes in.
It pushes you further.
It's the same thing I would say. Unfortunately, sometimes, fortunately, unfortunately, but the reality of the situation is someone could be a hard worker, and if you work hard at something, you will get better at it. You will always improve. You will become very adept and skilled in that craft. But you might not just be on the same level as someone who is just as hard a worker as you, but may just have an innate gift towards it. There might be levels that they might reach. So talent and hard work separately on their own, in my opinion, will achieve the same achieve relatively, to a degree, similar levels of success, but together it's doubled. It's always going to be doubled. So with that being said, I'd like to then touch on for one last footballer example. One last one.
Hey, be quick.
The Ronaldo. Everyone sees him as the hard worker.
Yeah.
But truthfully, he has a degree of talent. It may not be as great as Messi's, but he is a hard worker.
You don't think Ronaldo's as talented? You think Messi's more talented than Messi? Than Ronaldo?
Yeah, it is. He is. Yeah.
We'll be right back. Talent still plays a huge role in a lot of careers, a lot of places, but I want to quickly just run into my first question in this segment. It says, are there industries where talent is more valued than hard work, or vice versa?
Of course. There's I'd say, for example, the entertainment industry.
I think straight up,
your talent, really and truly. Unfortunately, you have people that will work hard in the entertainment industry. They don't have the talent, but they're working hard. They're not gonna get that.
Oh yeah, of course. Because you might have such a talented singer that probably just needs some vocal training, and they're gonna be blowing up the charts. At least that's the estimate. That's what they imagine.
Yeah.
And you have someone that's out there writing their own songs, they're
doing
original, they're networking, and it's just like, you're not what we're looking for.
Yeah, you're just not it, buddy.
How do they manage though? Now we need to ask Oge these kind of things, man, because
Oge is talented, to be fair.
Oge is talented, but no, not asking Oge just because he works hard or he works hard and is rejected. No, God forbid. But like, you come to see this a lot.
Like
talent seems to stand out more than the hard work. Like the hard work's like, I've buffered and buffered. Look at this shine.
And no
but then
cares.
The talent's just like, hey,
I'm just
it
like
just
that.
It just comes.
It's actually true when you think about it, because you can have people that's like really working on their craft, but they're not gaining traction. And then you can have someone who just wakes up, gets in the studio, records a song, and that song just blows up overnight.
But do you know what I also think?
What?
The talented people that don't do it as much as the hardworking people, their light fades quicker.
Yeah, that goes without saying.
Like if you don't keep working hard,
if you don't keep working,
like that, bro,
one hit wonders everywhere. I will name one. I have a one hit wonder, and this one hurts me a lot because I love his music.
Oh yeah, who's that?
Designer. Remember Panda?
Yeah, but I couldn't really hear most of what he was saying that first time, though.
I think that was the point. That's the thing with Designer, because he has a good discography. He has quite a few good songs, but none of them just hit the way Panda did.
They said he did fall off, yeah.
Yeah.
You remember that guy that sang the Whip Nene song? Now watch me whip.
Silent Toe.
Man.
That guy.
That story is gone.
That is a true. Now, Silent Toe is a true one-hit wonder. It's
one song, bro.
That song blew, and then he just couldn't. Not anything remote. That's the problem. You see, that's the problem with just having talent. It's like you can produce something that's so great. Everything else after is just not even.
Rubbish.
It's just not even.
It's considered rubbish.
It's just not even, and your career just tanks. And like you dropped out of school, you did everything. Now you got nothing but to keep trying until maybe something hits.
Oh boy, next time. It's literally just that, bro. We used to. All my days, we used to go out. Like we were still going to the clubs and stuff, bro. We were chatting to babes and stuff like this, man. And it's either you're talented at your stuff, bro, or you're a hard worker. And you're there every night. Not us though.
But practicing pickup lines, like, okay, no. Like you'll be rehearsing like script. Yeah, I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna oh boy, next time.
And it's just like you go out there and like, hey, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't successful all the time, but when I was, the brothers were watching me like some hungry wolves, bro.
My success rate was I was selective, but my success rate was
definitely over 80%. Yeah,
yeah, over 80%. Yep, check it.
He a shooter, but nah, bro, we be out there. And like, you either chat to a babe or you don't. You watch some other guy go do it and your chance is gone. And then you go back home and you're like, next time. No phone call, nothing, man. You realize that you need to work. You need to put in that grind. You can't put in one song and expect that to blow up for you forever. Is there any other... I don't. There are a lot of people that have fallen off, but when it comes to a hard worker in the industry,
Yeah.
who would you call out in
I
the
would
music
say-
industry?
Oh, in the music industry.
A hard worker, bro.
Ooh.
Grafting.
It's
grafting.
wait, it's
grafting.
there. Wait, it's there. It's coming.
There are many, but there are just a few.
It's coming. It's coming to my mind. I'm trying to remember. No, it's going. It's going. No.
Baby, don't tell me it's gone.
Think
think of another guy.
I'll think of another
Because
guy.
I got a lyrically talented guy for you right now.
Hard worker, right? Someone who's just like working hard, grafting, but is not just getting to that level.
Yeah.
Come on. Think. Let me wait. I have to check my phone. Wait.
Oh
No.
man. Okay. While Kay's checking, oh man, people, this is just another reminder. If you are enjoying the podcast, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let your people know that Lion in the Room is the place to be. A podcast that gives you the bold perspective. You're not getting this anywhere else. That was pretty nice from me, though.
Okay. I think I got it. But I wanted to say someone that you know as well. Okay. You know what? No, I got it. I got it here.
Who's that?
I think so. Actually, my audio list is so funny. Okay. I'm gonna say a hard worker.
Mm-hmm.
Just solely a hard worker.
Yeah, in the music industry.
Do they have to have bangers like hits?
Oh damn! Hopefully I know who you're talking about. But go ahead, bro. I don't know.
Okay. Because in this case, I'm talking this guy I'm mentioning. He's got hits. He's a legend.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say Eminem.
Okay. Yeah, you know, Eminem. You can't say he was just, but that was talent and hard work. Because ain't nobody rap like Eminem, bro.
Yeah. That's that. Nobody actually raps like that guy.
Ain't nobody rap like Eminem.
Okay. What do you think about this guy right here? Come on. What is this?
Another talented guy is Busta Rhymes.
100%. 100%. He had people doing that for days. Okay. What do you think about? I think I just saw it. Yeah, I got it. Woo! Favio Foreign. I'll explain. Favio Foreign is not necessarily known for his lyrical prowess or his ability. He's known for like making hype music. But if you check it, his hits, he has hits, but they're not like crazy.
He makes a lot of hits with like other artists, don't he?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
his
networking is.
That's the thing. He's putting music out every time. Always putting music out. But he's not. No one would consider him to be like gifted, or because him and Pop Smoke were really close.
Yeah,
and Pop Smoke exploded.
Like they made him seem like second fiddle, no?
Something like that to a degree. Yeah, he had to actually strike out on his own. Pop Smoke is someone I'd say is talent. That was just talent.
Yeah.
So I'd say Favio, he's a hard worker.
Okay.
In that type of sense. But like, what about you?
Me? I was just gonna mention Corday, bro. I love me some Corday.
He's talented.
Corday, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna mention a talented guy. Corday. You're gonna mention hard work. I was gonna mention talent.
Oh yeah,
Corday, bro, high level.
He's talented. There's some people that just got it. They just got it. Like,
what about an old school rapper? Because like we got some aunties watching our the little podcast here, bro.
Old school rapper.
But then which Nigerian auntie would know rappers, man?
Actually, some of you would.
Aunties, do you know Common?
Ooh,
Common's tough.
Yeah, he's good. Do you know? Does anyone know Eazy-E?
Eazy-E.
Yeah,
Eazy-E. That was me, myself, and I. Eazy-E.
I believe so.
Yeah,
Ice Cube as well.
Ice Cube is sick, bro.
Even obviously we got Tupac.
Snoop Dogg's talented as well, though.
100%. 50 Cent's not old.
The
school,
old double G.
50 Cent, he's not old school. But
50's not too old school, but that's a hard worker. 50 Cent's a hard worker, bro.
He's talented. What?
He's a hard worker as well. Bro,
no.
50 Cent is a hard worker.
50 Cent in 2003. The reason why I give 50 Cent as talent, because he exploded on an international level back when the internet didn't really exist like that. To get to that level, you had to have it because people had to go physically buy your stuff, your CDs from the store. So if you didn't have it, no one cared. 50 Cent, what happened was, I think his music quality kind of dropped. Some people say it dropped after that whole thing, 50 Cent versus Kanye, and Kanye dropped Graduation. Like, okay, I give it to Kanye. Graduation was just like his album. 50's album was fantastic, but Graduation was just woo.
Kanye's talented.
Yeah, he's exactly. Kanye's I'd say
not his new music, but Kanye's talented.
No, his new music. We don't even listen to his new music. Jay-Z, what would you say? Hard worker?
That's a hard worker.
That's a hard worker. Yeah. Okay, if we're talking about in that context, then I could probably say 50 and Jay-Z are like hard workers.
No, I agree with the talent. Like 50 Cent, he's got that talent and he's worked hard, grinded. Yeah. Jay-Z's just worked hard. Jay-Z's worked hard. I'd say Jay-Z.
Yeah, he worked hard. He worked really hard. Like there was a time he literally, I remember he once stabbed someone over selling false copies of his album. Bro took it serious. Like, don't pirate my stuff. Like, bro was out there like, do not pirate my stuff.
Nah, bro. Oh man. Wow.
But I think if we should now, let's go on like the opposite end now, where hard work is more valued than talent in the industry. And I have one.
Well, where would you? Oh, in the music industry?
No, not in music, in a separate industry. Because you know the music industry is where talent.
Yeah, talent shines there.
Yeah, but
where?
The medical industry, hard work, outshines.
You got
talent.
Mr. Ben Carson, Ben
Carson. Like you have, like in the medical industry, you can't get anywhere.
Hey, no such thing as talent.
Exactly, it's hard work, especially if you want to be now. To be a brain surgeon, you actually have to have some level of talent because you have to be really methodical and good.
Well, but you train yourself still.
You must train exactly.
Hand-to-hand coordination and all those things.
I think hard work is still king.
It's very essential.
I'd say in probably like the essential industries, like teaching, those stuff because they're quite literally the foundations of our society. Respect to them. So yeah, I definitely say hard work is more needed than talent in those industries.
That's true.
Entertainment, it's your talent, unfortunately or fortunately, how it may go. You can be a grafter, but if we're not trying to hear your music, we're just not trying to hear your music, man.
Put the fries in the bag, bro.
Put the fries in the bag, bro.
Send you to put the fries in the bag.
Put the fries in the.
Oh man, you can't. Oh wow, you don't realize, a lot of people don't realize how far talent can actually take you.
They really can.
You have so many people that have gone into like the music side of it or the film side of it, thinking that they could just come in. You see a lot of child actors that still remain to this day, bro. Like Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire, they're actually very close friends.
Yeah.
And they've been acting since child actors.
Yeah.
Like they were children.
Yeah.
Talented, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
No, there's, how they be saying like Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man. Like, you guys need to know why. That guy knows how to act.
1,000,000%.
Check out his movies. Oh my days. The movie with him and Jake Gyllenhaal, Brothers.
Oh yeah, that one that he was starting to crash out. That scene where he was getting like, you could really feel that anger. Like
that was a man. You guys need to watch them.
You need to watch that.
Honestly, a brother that was
I think he went out to
presumed
war.
He went out to war and was presumed dead. But he had to make an ultimate decision to come back. It was literally that choice would have defined whether he or the other person was meant to come back home. He came back home, lo and behold, to find out what he found.
And he crashed
out, bro. Crashed out. That's an actor.
That is an actor. Unfortunately, we have people. It just goes to show because, like, I'm going to show an example of where people who put the hard work in, but may not necessarily have the talent needed to push them to the next level. Is you have children of actors and musicians who try to follow in their parents' footsteps, but they don't even produce up to like half of what they. I'll give an example.
Being Michael Jackson's child, bro. Like
I wouldn't even try.
You just feel like you can't surmount.
You can't. It's too Michael Jackson. They still play his music today. He's been dead for so long, and they still play his music today. So, like, look at this now. For example, unfortunately, this is for me is a sad one, but I'd say look at Will Smith and his son Jaden Smith. Jaden tried to follow in his dad's footsteps. You know what? I'll give Jaden some credit here. People usually debate about this, but they say it's like Will was trying to guide him, but he also didn't let him like make his own.
Yeah, some people say he kind of forced him into
Yeah, so that's why they said that time he apparently tried to get emancipated from his dad at 15 because he just wanted to make. But it's like you can see Will Smith is talented. Like I think he is remember in the previous episode with Oge, we mentioned Raptors. He is.
Oh, shout out to the Raptors.
Yeah, he is the epitome, the peak of what a Raptor is, because some people know him for his music.
Yeah.
Others only know him for his acting. A lot of people today don't even know that he was a rapper first, who won a Grammy before he swapped into acting. Some people just say, oh yeah, Will Smith, the actor. No, Will Smith, the rapper, the Fresh Prince,
Grammy,
the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Let's put some respect.
Bro, getting jiggy with it, living in Miami.
Like, yeah. And people still play those songs today. But it's like, then if we put Jaden now, Jaden's a hard worker. Like, we'll have to give him his credit. He is a hard worker. He puts his music out. He tried the acting, but he just didn't have the same thing his dad did. But it's like, you see, he's still got the hard work, but it's just that talent that would then push him. So that's just an example.
Yeah, true. I do get that. And you kind of see, he just probably didn't want it as much, man. Depending on how his life goes and things like that, maybe it was just forced onto him and things like that. We do normally see a lot of celebrity kids coming out of that celebrity lifestyle because I guess, pressure, expectations, they still go through those kind of things as well.
Yeah.
And it can probably be a bit too much with the fact that the cameras are on you.
Yeah.
But honestly, man, talent can take you so far.
Indeed.
Hard work. We've said this so many times, man. Oh, cut. Next segment. I don't know what to do. Yes, people. We are back again. And like we've said, we really hope you've been enjoying this episode. We try to bring out insightful, but at the same time, fun episodes that you can enjoy in your pastime, on your way to work, wherever it is you're doing in life. You need to be able to have good vibes. The world is the way it is. We can only make the best of it. And we can only make the best for ourselves, which will indirectly affect the people around us. If it works out positively, then that is a testament to your own hard work. But we do have to come to an end to this episode. I still have a few questions I'd like to share with you, Collar, so we can have a lovely discussion. So let's get into it, my boy. The question we have in this segment is, 1, how can individuals effectively balance their natural talents with disciplined hard work to achieve their goals?
Okay, repeat that question one more time.
Of course. So how can people balance their natural talents with disciplined hard work to achieve their goals? It's like knowing that you have a great singing voice.
Yeah.
But you need to work hard on your vocal training to hit those higher pitches.
To hit the higher pitches.
Mariah Carey type stuff. Yeah, exactly.
I think.
And you need to be able to go low.
Okay.
So how do you then work on that when you probably also have a little ego from the fact that your talent or the skill you have at primary level is so great?
I would always say, first of all, people it's better to do not oversell or overestimate your talent to think that it's going to carry you all the way. Because if you really look at the best, if there is something you want to do, if you look at the best people in whatever it is you want to do, that you would have to, I think it's safe to say that there's always going to be some level of hard work that was put into that for you to get to that level, to achieve such a thing. Yes, you also need talent to get to that level. And if you have the talent, it is important to remember there's one thing I don't think we touched on yet, but talent can decay if it is not nurtured properly.
Ooh, that's true.
Talent can because it's, for example, the singing voice. If you don't train your vocals, if you don't use it, eventually you might just not be able to sing that well. It's someone who's like naturally a gifted runner who can run really fast. If they don't train, if they don't take care of their legs, if they don't take
you lose that strength.
You lose that strength.
A singer,
Yeah, to a degree.
Stevie Wonder is still
Okay,
busting out.
Stevie Wonder was just like otherworldly talented. Sometimes people just,
But
like
fair enough though. If you do not use the talent well, it's
it
as
can
though
wither.
it can wither away
Because
It
it's
can
like
be
a
taken away
flower.
from you.
It's like a flower. You have like you can see what it can become.
Yeah, but
It's a
you
flower,
don't
but you have to
water it.
water it. You have to take care of it, because if you don't, it will wither.
It's not
and
gonna
then it
nurture.
will
It's not
go.
gonna bloom. That's true, man. Have you ever felt that there was a talent that you could have honed in on that you didn't?
Yes.
What's that?
Okay, guys. As you see me here now, lying in the room, I'm the co-host of the podcast. I was a gifted runner. Really good. They imagine now I'm what is fourth grade? I was probably maybe 10. I was like 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And they used to put me with kids who were like 12, 13, 14, maybe sometimes 15. Imagine a 10-year-old kid versus someone who's like 15 years old.
You pacey. Yeah.
And I'm still keeping up. I didn't always win, but I'm still keeping up.
Mm-hmm.
A 10-year-old kid. Like in school, back in my secondary school, you can ask anyone around. Like I was that guy. Running, no, that was me. That was all me. There were very few people that I knew that were faster than me in school. There was one specific guy who was always faster than me. But then he was also very good. But he was just older as well. But it's like things like that. I didn't really take running seriously because it's not something I was just gonna go into like that.
Yeah.
Like
if you honed it.
If I honed it, who knows what I'd be doing.
Could have been great. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'd be in track and field or something, if I wanted to. But yeah, if I honed it, one, I would be a lot lighter than I am now, because I've put on some weight.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'd be a lot lighter than I am now. The times where I used to go to gym, I would be doing a completely different like set of training. It would be more leg focused and more of building cardio and just exercise to keep my weight at a certain level to keep me in shape for running. Yeah. So yeah, if I did hone it, that's if I really wanted to pursue running, then I could have probably been doing something crazy.
So what could have kept you?
I think it was just for one. That's a good question. I think it's a multitude of things. One, I would say when I switched schools, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was a period in my hometown that a lot of people left to like go abroad and go to school abroad.
Yeah.
So a lot of people I knew, they had all gone to school abroad, but I didn't because I was still, finishing up some of my A-levels at the time. So because of that, there weren't many people who were challenging for me. Because like when I swapped schools, when I went to, so I left my previous school and I went to the next school. When I got to the next school, I was undisputed. Like I was the fastest guy in the school. It wasn't even close. Like it was just a fact. Head and shoulders above the rest. Some people may think I'm glazing, but they cannot deny it. To those that if you are watching this episode, I was faster than you.
You better put this on your story, bro. Call those guys out.
Like I just was, and But when I was in my previous school, when everyone was still around, I was one of the fastest, but I wasn't the fastest, and that was part of like the zeal, because there was competition.
The lack of competition.
The lack of competition.
Drive.
And then again, it was like, I wouldn't say, like I had one coach. There is only one coach I had who really saw what I had and was always trying to push me. Like that guy wanted me on every track team. He did not care. He knew my age, and he said he would sometimes, it even came to a point where when they wanted to do track, like maybe the school would go and represent us, he would come to my class, come and pick, hey, come. And he's already told my teacher's like, good, just go. You go and change quickly. Like everyone is looking at me, good job, good luck, color. Good. And I'm like, yeah, And imagine this, like a 11-year-old kid is hearing all this. They're calling him to go and meet his seniors, to go and join them, to represent them in inter-school, not even inter-house now. So it's like,
it just stops happening.
and then I swapped schools. Everyone left. Even that my coach, he left, and it's like the direction was gone. Direction was gone. The passion was gone. The zeal was gone. And then by the time I got here, I had been like, I'd say maybe a year or two removed from running.
Oh,
and so
it was already too late.
It was like, yeah, I'd already just kind of lost it, and I was just like,
well, that's the good thing. Well, the good thing is that you had someone who pushed you. You had something that pushed you, and a person that was ready to nurture the talent that you had.
Yeah.
Because obviously, you would feel good, you would be winning, but the school would also be winning.
Yeah.
And for those that don't see that as necessities, they don't nurture these things. Now, that going into my final question, I would like to ask, how do educators, guardians, parents, how do they enable an opportunity or a space? How do they better train these talents for the youths? And how do they also make it known that hard work is also important to this? Okay. Basically, how do they show importance to hard work and talent?
Okay,
in this day and age.
That's a fantastic question and a fantastic way for us to end this episode.
I would honestly say attention.
Yeah.
One.
Attention. First things first. I think obviously back then when we were younger, there was a lot more of an emphasis on academics and schoolwork and whatnot. And if your talent doesn't exist within that, then that's a secondary thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, right? Now this one might be a bit of a controversial take, but when someone has a talent and is like, you can see there's a bit of, like, there's passion there, there's potential there, and they have a talent, I'd say let's nurture this talent. Let's actually, give it more attention. There will come a point where you then need to now make a decision whether you want to continue with school, with higher education, or you want to focus on the talent full time. What I mean by this is, when you get your sports scholarships, they bring you on a sports scholarship because they want you to then, you'll still go to school, but your focus now is the talent. That's usually where the risk comes in, because a lot of, at least in our own culture now, a lot of Nigerian parents are like, they want to go, and we touched on this in the previous episode as well, where they want to talk about education being the stable pathway. But if we then focus on the talent, it's not necessarily know what you may achieve. It's not, what's your backup plan? I think when we get to that decision, if the person in question who has this talent wants to do it, then we should support them really and truly. Because I think you can always still go back to school. You can always go back. Look at Shaq. He went back after his whole career to get his PhD. He's Dr. Shaq now, officially. Now, in the case of hard work, it's always important to remind someone, yes, you may be talented. Yes, you may naturally be good at something. You may have a head start against your peers. That's what talent is to me. It's a combination of a head start and just the ability to break ceilings where some people, that's just where they peak. You can go beyond that. It's like when you finish a game, there's now the bonus level, the secret level.
Oh yeah.
Someone who's talented get to that stage, but someone who's not, your game ends there. But here it's both. If you don't put in the hard work, that's all that your talent will be, a head start.
So that's attention, and then you said that parents need to,
like, let's put more emphasis on it.
emphasizing the need for these things to be nurtured and trained.
Yeah,
fair enough, cool, because there's not just one avenue.
Exactly,
it's not just one road.
It's not just one road.
That's good. I really believe that at the end of the day, the children, the younger generation, still represent the older generation. At least what's been taught to them.
Yeah.
And if you do not nurture a child's talents when they are there, then they're losing out, and so do you, because you start to see other people, making the best out of their talents. Why then use that as an opportunity to point, fingers at the kid, like, what are you doing, when you could have been the one helping them understand that this is the way they need to go.
Yeah.
Or you were there pushing that away and you couldn't find anything good for yourself. Parents just need to understand that, nurturing a child is a lot more than just, feeding, paying for school fees and all these things. You teach them about things in life. You teach them about the things that they want for themselves. Unfortunately, you also can't push your whims on them as well.
Yeah.
Because you will then be cutting them down, cutting them short, stopping their opportunities. But with every opportunity comes guidance, and even talent needs to be guided. You know, hard workers need a bit of talent, a bit of skill, but they work hard to gain it. Parents are always going to be the best teachers in terms of teaching you life ethics. You know, when it comes to understanding what hard work is, you always need to have a good parent or a good guardian around you to know why you need to go past what everyone else is doing, why you need to work harder than him or her or him. You know, Rocky Balboa said it himself, man. Rocky 5, they came out and said it. The world's a nasty place, bro. Ain't nobody care if you can't get it, bro. They will punch you, kick you, kill you. They'll leave you in the ground, bro, if you can't pick it up. But you have to remember to get up and fight. You need to get, you need to remember to get up and work hard. You need to strive. Nobody cares what happens, but you need to be able to do that. And if you have the talent, work hard. You have the zeal, work hard. In everything you do, work hard. Success will come. And your success story is probably just around the corner. Hopefully it's around the corner. And if it's not, why are you going to stop? You better get to that corner.
Exactly.
Get to the corner. But hey, you got anything else you want to say, man?
Closing thoughts. Guys, if you have talent and you have discovered where your talent is, congratulations. You have discovered you have a talent. However, it does not end there. You must now put in the hard work to nurture said talent, because if you don't, it will wither away and die. And then you might feel bad about it. You might not. But at the end of the day, remember, talent, hard work, they need each other. And for those who may not have that talent, but still work hard, you'll achieve something great.
True that.
Yeah.
I like how your accents just be switching.
And sometimes
your accent switches. Guys, you know what to do. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the video. I've been your host, Leo, and this is my boy, K.
Yep.
K the Great.
That is me.
Man, I'm going to turn down the noise, man. People, this has been Line in the Room. Thank you very much for enjoying this episode, watching, listening, whatever you do.
God loves you guys, and we will see you soon in the next episode.
Peace.
I think even the football angle that we did was good, because we can now connect it to the talent.
Of course, the talent and everything. And we can now see if we want to talk about NBA or mention. Because you know Cooper Flag is going to the Mavs.
What?
You didn't know? Rigged. Broski, rigged.
Cooper what?
Cooper Flag is going to Dallas. Well, speculated. He's the number one pick. Dallas got the number one pick.
That's so rigged.
I'm telling you.
That's so rigged. They just... No.